or colorless character, I guess. But yeah, no. What the fuck?
Let me see what I have in my art book. I'm kind of interested now. I do really like this art book. It's actually very good.
Oh yeah, he's got good art.
So.
Even Kubo even said, like, look, man, if you can draw better than me, you probably can make a better manga than me because I cannot write.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Or something along those lines.
It's something, yeah. I mean, it's not like the most complex story.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be, and it doesn't have to be either.
No, it doesn't.
So. That's why I like all up through Eisen, because it's like really easy, makes sense, like nothing, everything just kind of makes sense and fits together really well.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it's just like, oh, whatever, let's just fucking throw spaghetti at the wall here.
Especially because, he was like, well, it's because he had it planned for most of it, like, from the beginning. Mm-hmm. That's why the first chapter has the Shinji guy in it.
Yeah.
On the cover. It's like, oh yeah, he wanted to have this thing with the visors and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the back half just feels so fucking thrown together.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because
it was.
Yeah, because they just forced him to keep going, I'm actually not sure how far this art book goes up. Because this is like the first one.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's been a long time since I've looked through it also. Yeah, actually this has like nothing from like Hueco Mundo or anything like that. That's how early this is.
Yeah.
It's just like all Soul Society stuff. Let's see, Idol says, Harribel is such a cool character. I wish Kubo didn't make her lose to a bunch of Nazis off screen. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then she lost to fucking Eisen. Like, she was beating Hitsugaya, like, pretty fucking cleanly. And then Eisen shows up, says, alright, I'm done here. Time to kill you. Cuts her, and then just walks away.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, Harribel is, like, such a cool character and deserves, like, way better.
Got done wrong.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It happens every once in a while where you have, characters that you're, like, really interested in, and then they just get fucking done dirty.
Yep. Yeah, that's good.
Bunch of fucking Nazis off screen.
Yeah, by a bunch of Nazis off screen, yeah.
Yeah, and because she was, like, held captive, and I don't remember if they actually ever got her out. I'm pretty sure if we look at her wiki page, it'll say her status is alive, but I'm not sure.
I actually don't know.
Because, again, there's a lot of characters that just die in that fucking, like, arc that are like, wait, what? They're dead? Like that guy who had, I think it was Wabisuke, the one that, like, doubled the weight of things.
That one was so cool.
I think he died.
That guy died? Fuck, man. That guy was... I actually kind of like that guy.
Yeah, I think he died, but then was brought back to life somehow. And
Wait, what the fuck? Really?
Yeah, I remember, like, there was... he was on an operating table after he just got totally fucking murked.
Huh. I did not know that. At least I didn't remember it. That's how I'm going to put it.
Okay, she doesn't.
You know, on this wiki, they don't have a thing at the top that shows whether they're dead or alive, it looks like.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see that as a thing, like an option, you know, in the characters.
Yeah.
You know, it'll say, like, status usually on some of them.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, it's not up here on the Bleach wiki.
It can't be right.
I don't see it, unless it's, like, hidden somewhere. Yeah, like, I don't see alive or dead. Like, those words are not here.
Huh.
Yeah, please don't do that on this wiki.
Check, actually, if you could, check Geen, since we know he's dead.
Yeah, hold on. Trying to see if I can make this a little brighter, but it's still really dark. I guess I could look that up real quick. Nah, it doesn't say either way.
Huh, interesting.
They don't have that on this wiki.
Because I could have sworn that I had seen it before, you know? Unless it was like a different Bleach wiki, or they just took it off.
They might have changed it, I don't know. Who knows? I know some of these are separating themselves from fandom, or whatever this company is called.
Yeah,
it's like fandom or whatever. Yeah, some of them are like separating from this.
Which good for them.
Alright, if the company sucks, fuck it, just make a website.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they don't own the term wiki, you know, then you can still make your own fucking wiki page.
Pretty much, yeah.
I actually don't know if they own the concept at this point, but I hope not.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
I can't imagine either, but... Let's see. Idle says, the fandom sites are so bad I can't look through the site without ads coming up every few seconds. Oh yeah, on mobile, they're fucking ass.
Yeah.
I can't use it like at all on mobile half the time. Like a giant video will cover half the screen when you first open the website.
That, and also it'll, like, if you're listening to any music or anything, it'll have to shut off because it's trying to load an ad.
Yeah.
Just absolutely just fucking abysmal.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing I guess.
Jamie says Firefox plus uBlock Origin helps a lot. Yeah, I'm still using uBlock also. I don't think they've sold out yet. At least uBlock Origin. I don't know if there's a different uBlock that's sold out. What you were saying?
I was trying to think of like alternatives for things like that, because like most, like, you probably find like a Reddit post about like what happened in Bleach, probably.
Oh, no, I mean, all the information is there and it's correct. Because, yeah, I think, like, I was reading it, I'm pretty sure it just says, like, they were captured and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say anything after that.
Because I just know that that trio that were cronies came after her.
Mm-hmm.
And fought the first Nazi dude we saw. Yeah,
this doesn't say, like... Yeah, the last thing it just says defeated... Personally defeated by you watch... Yeah, taken, imprisoned... That's all it says. So
they're probably fine.
It doesn't say, like, straight up got fucking ganked, you know? Like, that's not in the text.
Mm-hmm.
So... And there's not a text, there's not like a picture next to it of them just like, oh, dead, you know?
Yeah.
So.
They were thought to be dead for a long time because Aizen just like totally like.
Yeah, and then they showed up there in that scene, so. right now on Google's.
How it goes.
Yeah, I'm trying to, like, because, you know, when you can shift it, like, just barely to the side, and then more light pours through from the table, and it makes it really dark on camera. So, just, like, try to move it around and refocus it. Let's see. Jamie says, yeah, I just pulled up a random page in Firefox and the same one in Google Chrome. Worlds of difference. No banner ad, no pop-up video, no side ads other than for other pages. For clarity, Firefox is the one with the no ads. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I have it on Google Chrome, but if you have uBlock on also, there's no ads on like the fandom site either. I think it's like either browser is fine as long as you have the ad block on. I need to get like the ad block because apparently you can just get it on Chrome, and then if you go onto YouTube in your browser, it blocks out all the ads. That's what someone told me. But it's kind of annoying to use. I imagine it's annoying to use YouTube in browser on your phone.
That's not so bad.
So
I've had to use it a few times. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, actually, I have too, but it's usually when it's like a Google result. Like, I don't think I've actively went to the YouTube website and scrolled through it on my browser. It'll be like embedded videos or something that come up usually. You know, I don't know why I even thought this since we're on the Bleach page, but like it has like Gotai, the Gotai 13 over here, and for a second I thought it said Golgo 13.
Tragic.
I know. I was like, oh shit, how is Golgo 13 being linked through this? I need to see this.
They had a crossover episode.
Or like Kubo once drew Golgo 13 or something. That would be awesome, actually.
He's got some pretty cool art that he did for other mangas.
Yeah.
Like they always have the artists do art for other mangas every once in a while, and they draw like their favorite characters.
It's usually art that's in like the same magazine, but not always.
Yeah.
So, because there's like one that's of Rumiko Takahashi drawing Golgo 13, which is really funny.
Yeah, they were not in the same manga, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are not in the same manga. But I actually don't know. But I don't think they are. I still love Sean when he was watching Golgo 13 and he's like, this is the initial D of killing. Because initial D was the only anime he'd ever seen that used realistic shit. Like real world explanations and something that was real world. It's like Vincent when he's just like, so in Prince of Tennis, does like everyone play tennis? Like, you're the janitor plays tennis? You want him to like clean something up? You gotta beat him at a game of tennis? Like, no, not at all. I was like, it's like real life where there are people who play tennis and there are plenty of people who don't.
I see.
He's like, oh, I see. Okay, that's interesting. Like that.
It's funny. Vincent, Tony was complaining about Vincent for games and stuff like that. How Vincent's very apparently like ADHD. Like he'll like something and hyperfixate on it for a little bit. And
like
then,
4 seconds.
Yeah, and then Tony will pick up some of the stuff for Vincent, and then Vincent's on something else again. Yeah,
that sounds about right.
Which reminds me of a few other incidents. Bro, I just saw this 2-3 list. Gotta play it.
Oh, right? Yeah. Trust me, man. Now, this did go 1 and 4, but it looks fire. I think the worst I ever did was like for finding a random deck list is like shit that went like X1 at Japanese locals that was posted on Shriek back in the day. That was like the lowest I would go to find a deck list.
Yeah.
I did play plenty of top 32 decks from Shonen Jumps. They were like the cool archetypes, but they just didn't get there.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, I played that guy's spaceship deck one time.
Damn.
That he top 16'd with.
Yeah.
Oh, the deck was so much fun.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's like the Edison format deck. Like I would really want to play. That's actual Edison format deck.
Huh.
Yeah, I think it's at that same event. I can't remember. It's either that or it's the one before it, but it's in the same ban list. Yeah, it's this like awesome like spaceship kind of control deck. Because you like have shrink and all this other stuff, and you know, let's kill our guys with spaceships and get value.
Gradius.
Not that one.
No.
That one sucks.
Damn, it was in the show, so it had to be good.
Yeah. Yeah, Duke Devlin played it with that meteorite equipment that gives your guy trample.
Yeah.
But it's not called trample because it's in Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's called piercing.
Yeah, before they had a keyword for it.
Yeah.
Everyone just called it that. I think that is keyworded now, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
what I thought.
Took them for fucking ever, but yeah.
Yeah, they didn't like keywording stuff in that game.
Yeah. I was talking with Devin about this, and Ellen about this too. It was like I enjoy playing casually with Vincent and Tony.
Mm-hmm.
My only complaint is that I'm still way too fucking dyslexic for Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh no, yeah, those are ridiculous.
Because it's just large blocks of text.
Yeah.
And I still have to do the like.
It's a piece of paper thing.
Yeah, what I do
or like a straight line or whatever.
Yeah, I have to. If
I know what we were talking about.
Just
You're trying to like straight it for chat.
Yeah, show it to chat.
What do you want?
The 2 yellow cards.
2 of these, yeah.
So, like, basically, in order for me to read a Yu-Gi-Oh card, I have to go like
one line at a time.
One line at a time, and be like, make sure I'm not like cheating or something like that. I have to legit just go like, and then I have to like legit put it close to my face. I think my vision's getting worse, and I might need to go see the eye doctor. But like, that was just like one of those things where you're like, I was like, fuck, I can't read this. This is too much.
Let me see. Idol says, I think they added Gradius to keep Konami happy. Yeah, they have plenty of Konami references in a lot of cards, though. Big lights.
Big lights.
So. Yeah, because there's one that's like a Metal Gear Solid reference.
Yeah, that one that I did the art for a ton.
Yeah, that was really funny. I feel like there's another one, too, that's not like a Gradius ship or that one. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oni Tank T-35.
Right? Is that?
I don't know.
I actually don't know, but...
I just know it's in a lot of their other game card arts.
Yeah, that's one of those things they use a lot. That's the thing on Chicken Tank, right?
Chicken Game.
Or Chicken Game. I don't know why I said Chicken Tank.
Because there's a tank
Because
involved.
it's the tank, yeah. That card is awesome. That card's half the reason to put this damn cube back together.
And I was talking with Tony about that, and he was like, man, I really do want to put this back together.
I'm down. Like, I even saw some newer cards that were pretty cool.
I remember we were talking about, what was it, the new Manticore.
Oh, yeah. No, I saw, like, some Paleozoa card that was pretty cool. It was like a trap.
Oh,
back
yeah,
from
yeah.
the graveyard.
Yeah.
That was really cool. No, I'm down to, like, discuss this. I mean, if we just get commons, it'd be really easy.
I do know that Tony was also saying he wants to do the B&B thing.
Oh, yeah, to go somewhere?
Yeah, where we get a B&B and get all of us together to make it like a Lake House 2.0 sort of scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, like, cool. I don't know. I'm more hesitant on B&Bs now. Because every fucking time someone's just like, yeah, man.
Yeah, you guys will have it all to yourself.
This room.
Yeah, this one room. I didn't mention that? Oh, too bad. You're already here.
Yeah.
No one will be here except me and my entire family. You know?
Yeah.
Ash, how's it going? Idol says, to be fair, it doesn't help that Japanese card sizes are so small and they're cramming so much text in. Yeah, like, there's way too much fucking text on a Yu-Gi-Oh!
Which
card.
actually also begs the question: is why don't they use standard? Do we know that reasoning?
I don't know why. Yeah, I just know all Japanese cards use that size. I don't know, maybe is that the size for Hanafuda cards? I actually don't know. I think they're smaller.
No,
they're a
Hanafuda
weirder shape.
Hanafuda are much smaller.
Yeah, they're smaller than that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me go look this up.
I know they have just different sizes for paper in general, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But yeah, I do not understand why.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they do that. me just look up.
It is funny too. Also, I have to play with double sleeved whenever I play with Yu-Gi-Oh cards because the deck is just so tiny.
Yeah, they're.
And you're like, I cannot shuffle this with my like.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards. There's a Pojo thread from 2009.
All right.
Let's see what sort of answers the finest minds of a generation had. Chad, if you've never been on Pojo,
you didn't miss anything.
It was the time. You missed everything.
You missed nothing.
All right. OP says, why are Yu-Gi-Oh cards smaller than other card games like Magic or Pokemon? What is the reason for this? Is it so Ultra Poke can sell more sleeves or what? First answer, to save the Earth. Let's see. Second answer, Yu-Gi-Oh players don't need to compensate for any shortcomings that players of other card games may have. All right, here's another one. Let's see. To make your deck look bigger, or was it date a girl with smaller hands to make your... Well, never mind. Let's see.
Oh.
Is it because it's a Japanese card game? The cards are the same size as numerous other games there. I don't know that. Someone just says the cards are smaller for like every game in Japan. Possibly because Yu-Gi-Oh is a game for kids. Kids have smaller hands. It could make a difference between a kid playing Yu-Gi-Oh and not without them realizing it. It also costs less for production. Let's see. Someone just says, I hate how easily fucked up Yu-Gi-Oh cards can get. They are nowhere near as durable as Magic or Pokemon cards. American cards are like that. The American Yu-Gi-Oh cards are like that. They will get fucked up in a moment's notice. It's also because they have square cut corners.
Yeah, I was like thinking about that too. I was like, no, I think that's just...
No. American cards are shit.
Yeah.
I have Japanese cards that are 20 plus fucking years old, and they still look perfect.
Yeah, I was just to say, I was like, I think it's just the American.
The card stock is different on them. And they're like, they have that laminate over them.
Yeah.
The Japanese ones do. Like, they look glossy. Ash says, tired. It's been a long day. Just came back from the last minute Michael's trip and eating dinner now. Oh, good eating.
Good eating dinner, at least.
Yeah, right? Gotta eat.
Man's gotta eat, Julian.
Yep.
Bride's gotta eat, Julian.
It's true. Bride's gotta eat. Let's see what else.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna have any.
Someone says, amongst Japanese card games, Yu-Gi-Oh has the smaller card size. Interesting. Pokemon is a Japanese card game, yet is Magic sized.
That's because Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, Wizards of the Coast. Even they did that, yeah. Someone says, who cares? Let's see.
God, Pojo. Pojo's like worse Reddit.
It really doesn't matter. Once they made their first cards 8 to 10 years ago, they were stuck. Can't change the size now, can they? Enjoy.
That's true. You can't really change size unless you reprint the whole entire set. And now you just can't even. Now
it'd be way too late. They would have needed to change it from the Bandai ones, which I think are. I don't know if those are a different size or not. It's been a long time since I've ever seen one compared side by side to a newer card. Because the cards are from Japan, and as we all know, everything in Japan is tiny.
Yeah, I knew that.
But big trading cards are just plain stupid anyway. You were saying what?
I knew that joke was going to come
Yeah.
out. It was like, when 2009 Pojo, yeah, someone's going to make a joke about these.
People are saying it's to make them easier to shuffle.
I guess.
Let's see. This thread is still providing valuable insights.
It was a dark time back then.
Does it really matter? It's a government project. How does that sound?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. For the longest time, I thought this was a ploy to force us to buy specific sleeves. But hear me out. With the smaller sized cards, you can have them inside the smaller sized cases. and fit them into regular-sized binder without needing to remove the sleeve or squish your card a new asshole.
What?
With regular-sized cards, doing this has always been a problem. Think about it. We're talking about a 3-ring binder.
Oh, yeah.
You can have your Yu-Gi-Oh card in a sleeve and put it in... I know exactly what they're talking about there, yeah. Because, 3-ring binder, you can't really sleeve Magic cards and put them in them.
No.
That's how that collection was I bought that had, like, a lot of good shit in it. They were all in a 3-ring binder with no sleeves. I was like, dude, there's, like, 20 Taxium probes in here. This is great. That was when it was still legal, I think. Yeah. It was when it was still legal. It was, like, $5 to $7 each, something like that.
I was tempted. There was a yard sale when I was driving out to go meet out Eric for dinner yesterday.
Yeah, I saw one too while I was driving around. Usually I'll go to them, actually, if I'm out driving. I just don't have a lot of cash on me.
It's just one of those things,
I have
too.
to have cash on me, because they don't have square readers and shit.
Yeah, I was also just like, oh, they probably don't have what I'm looking for.
Most of them are just kids' clothes.
Yeah.
They're furniture and kids' clothes nowadays. They don't have video games, they don't have cards, they don't have anything cool.
It's like, hey, man, you got Magic cards?
They very rarely have anything cool. Let's see. Idle says, not sure if making them smaller means easier to shuffle. I mean, you still need to sleeve them for locals. Yeah. And then someone says, it's not like there's any divine connection. So, the greatest minds of a generation could not come to a consensus.
Tragic.
Yeah.
Doesn't shock me, though. Because, man, people on Projo were just not good people.
I mean, it was fun.
Yeah, but it's like, looking back on it now, you're like, holy shit, really?
Let's see. Ash says, by the way, for some reason, my guests are buying me frames left and right. Like, come on, I added meal prep containers to the registry, which I actually need, and everyone's buying everything but those.
Oh, BT Dubs, Ash, can you resend me the link to the registry so I can get stuff off there? So, because if we don't need to get you frames, then we'll probably try something else then.
Yeah, we'll get these meal prep containers, I guess.
Yeah.
Meal prep containers just aren't a flashy enough gift, I guess.
I guess not.
I want to impress you, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, I love that shit.
I did like that one that I used to have. I feel like John stole one of mine when he left, but I'm not sure.
John, you piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. But I haven't really cooked anything that needs to be meal prepped in a while, so... My other issue is that I usually just ate all of it anyway, so it didn't help. Well, it wasn't really like individually meal prepped. It was just one container that held all of my food. So.
Gotcha.
You know the one, right? And
yeah.
then it'd have the meat and the rice in it, and then it would just scoop it out.
Yeah, no, I do remember. So, now that you mention it,
that was really good, though, man. That was when I was like wasting all of my money on food. When I had that warehouse job.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if I just spent that beef money on reserve list cards. Why didn't I think of that?
You were hungry.
Hungry and delusional. Could have just had sleep for dinner. Then I could have had plenty of Gaia's cradles. Now it's impossible. No amount of sleep will make up for a Gaia's cradle.
No. Stuff's expensive.
Yeah, right? No shit.
Stuff is very expensive.
Like $800 on a Gaia's cradle is a good deal if it's mint.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Here we go. A registry link is on the invite, but I can send you a link to... I mean, there's still 6 frames left in the registry. I may also need a couple more for the smaller commissions.
Okay, just, again, we'll... I know we had said we were going to get you frames, but, I mean, like, if everyone and their mother is getting you a frame, I feel like, you know, maybe we should try to get you some of the other things.
We definitely need to get this framed, though.
The little Yuma?
This? Yeah. Put this on screen. I got it boarded and sleeved right here.
He was so sad that I didn't draw him for the for the month of Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like, look, man, no one liked Zeal. I liked Zeal, but no one liked Zeal.
I got to where he went Super Saiyan, and then I was like, oh, okay, you know, and then I didn't watch it after that.
Yeah.
But I heard it got way better.
Yeah, it got a lot cooler. Again, it got darker.
Yeah, it gets really dark, yeah.
Yeah, people like dying left and right. And it was just
weird.
weird.
I was like, what the fuck? No one was mentioning this to me.
Yeah, it's like fucking shark commits suicide. So that...
Says you guys can get me whatever you want.
Alright, cool.
Alright. Nothing but ground beef. What?
I mean, she did say anything.
That was the first thing I thought of. It's a gift everyone needs. Hickory smoked sausages.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. Some Omaha steaks.
Oh, God. Not the fucking Omaha steaks. I always feel bad. I feel like those cows died for nothing. Those cows are not... Those are not good steaks. Yet they cost so much.
They're very expensive, usually. We'll get you some really, really random Tokyo Revengers merch.
Yeah, some of the weirdest stuff. Not any of like the good.
Nothing normal. No, it'll be weird Japanese 7-Eleven merch. Actually, the worst characters.
Yeah, who's your least favorite?
Yeah, who's the character you hate the most?
We'll make sure that you get that one.
Yeah, it'll be only them. She says, man, if you decided to just bring that Yuma in a frame to the wedding, it'd be hilarious.
I mean, it's already been decided.
Yeah. I mean, we were definitely, framing this and bringing it. Yeah, we can leave it out on the table, too. It'll be like when we put John's picture out there.
Yeah.
And, Gabby kind of hated it.
Yeah. Picture of 8-6, man. Drove from the rings of Saturn, just
right?
Like John always wanted.
This was John's dream. And you're hating it?
It's fucked up, man.
It's messed up. That ain't right.
Hurts.
That ain't right, yo. You do need to sign this, though, before...
Oh, yeah.
It's not signed. That's why I haven't sealed it, obviously. She says, oh no, I hate Chifuyu and Mitsuya so much. I hope you don't get merch of them. Side eyes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure you actually asked me to draw those for that commission.
All right.
Pretty sure.
We're getting you all main character. I don't know his name.
Oh, God, yeah. I'm
nothing but him. It'll be all main character merch.
Blanking on his names. Apparently it's ending soon.
Yeah, I saw that. It's only a few more chapters, right?
Which makes sense. I was reading it. I was catching back up and reading it, and I was like, oh, so they're finally explaining where the time travel came from.
Oh, really? Interesting.
And
I'm surprised that's even explained.
Yeah, I mean, it's explained in a way that makes sense for the way that the story's going, and it also is trying to explain why everything keeps having to happen over and over again.
Oh, cool.
Because the way that, do you remember how I explained how time travel worked in the World Ends with You, Neo?
No, you only told me that it worked really well with the puzzles.
Yeah, it worked really well with the puzzles. But the final boss is a noise that is made up of all of the possibilities.
Oh, cool.
Because the guy who made this, gave him his power, was like, oh, this is the perfect noise that'll destroy, that can just destroy any territory I want. Mm-hmm. Because you give somebody the power of time travel, they're going to abuse it.
Yeah, obviously.
And the way it works is that, so when time is rewound, mm-hmm. all of the possibilities, all of that stuff, all that energy has nowhere to go.
Oh.
So it makes it starts becoming a giant noise that collects more and more things because
that's interesting.
All of that has nowhere to go.
Okay.
So all those ideas and all the thoughts and things like that people have had, and basically the way they beat it is by giving everybody deja vu, which is hilarious because that's one of the names of the song.
I like that.
It's because basically it's rerouting all of the possibilities to people's heads, so they're like,
yeah.
oh, they think about it, and
Ash says there's 4 chapters left. The next chapter was leaked today, and fans are big sad. I'm guessing someone must have died.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, people do die in this show, so
yeah, people do die when they are killed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think the way they're explaining the time travel in Tokyo Revengers makes sense, and it works for what the series is and what it is doing.
Okay, that's good at least.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, okay, I can get behind this. I actually like this. Also, Kaguya only has like 2 or 3 chapters left, too.
You told me that, yeah.
Which is crazy to think about. Like, Chika just had her final chapter.
Oh, shit.
And they even said it was the final chapter of them doing the cutaway to explain what they're talking about. It's like, love. Now, for those of you who understand this is a staple of this series, a cutaway to explain what we're going to be talking about. But since this is going to be, that we're getting close to the end, this will be the last one. And I was like, man, that's so fucking funny.
That's funny.
Watch out.
Jamie says, Siri Lexa, play Deja Vu by Dreamcatcher.
Oh, that's another, Dreamcatcher does.
And then Ash says, but given how there's more to go, anything could happen. Yeah, that definitely, I mean, there's 4 chapters, so.
Yeah, that one's one of those ones that, like, Tokyo Revengers, it also said there was going to be a bunch of announcements, and I do know there's, like, a weird spin-off called Sendai Revengers or something like that.
Interesting.
Which I don't really know what the stuff for that is, but my guess is that the announcement will be there's an anime for that, or there's a new season being announced for regular Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah, I mean, that property's making a bunch of money. It's not going to end out of nowhere.
Yeah, and then, so once it ends in the next 4 chapters, we'll see what happens. But this is a series that gives me the vibe that it wants to have a happy ending.
Yeah, for sure.
That, like, where everyone's going to be okay, except for the people that shouldn't be okay. Mm-hmm. And by that, I mean, like,
I mean, that kind of seems like the purpose,
Yeah. But again, I can't speak for the author. I can only speak from where I'm, like, feeling it's going,
Okay.
Being like, yeah. If this is the way it goes, I would not be shocked.
Gotcha.
Is where I
I believe that.
Stand on this series.
Let's see, Ash says, I calculated, and if there are no more breaks, the last Kaguya chapter will be coming out like a day or so away from the wedding. Oh, nice. That's a perfect gift, then.
That is kind of nice. Bittersweet.
Yeah, right?
Because, I remember Mike was like, I don't want to, because, like, they had said, like, X amount of chapters left until the end. Mm-hmm. And then Mike was like, I can't keep reading this if it's going to continuously remind me that this series is ending.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I feel that. Because, it sucks when, it's great when a series ends, but at the same time, you're always like, oh, kind of sad that it's over. Especially if it's, like, a really good series.
Yeah, that's usually my thing is, like, I'm glad it ends.
Yeah.
It's,
like, always bittersweet.
Like, I want stories to have conclusive endings. Mm-hmm. If they just go on forever, it can get kind of boring sometimes.
For sure. But,
at least that's my thought on it.
No, I agree on that. It's one of those things, though, like, again, where something ends, it's, like, good and you're happy, but it's also, like, you remember all the times and,
oh, yeah.
Thinking about, like, oh, wow, this week came by and there was no new chapter of this or that or whatever.
It was like that when Inuyasha ended, and I was like, damn, I've been reading this for, like, forever now,
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like when, Bleach or Naruto ended, mm-hmm. You go, like, wow, I can't believe it's over, and, you go check, and you're, like, waiting for the next chapter to come out, and you're like, oh, that's right, it's not coming out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Ash says, I'm going to be so emotional when it ends. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a really good ending.
Oh, yeah, because, again, like, they've even, like, even in the new series that the guy's doing, like, you see that they, that Kaguya does grow up and become a photographer and is married to Shirogane. and you're like, yeah, this is cute. But now I'm like, how?
Yeah. Where does this story end?
Yeah, how do they make it get to this point?
Yeah.
Let's see. She says, I'm not ready for Tokyo Revengers to end, but I have a special connection with Kaguya. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
No, that definitely makes sense. Tokyo Revengers is a little interesting, though. Like, I kind of, like, could tell it wanted to end, because it was getting to that part where, like, you know, like, oh, we're going to go fight Mikey, and we're going to, you know...
This is the big battle.
Yeah, it's, like, the big thing, and then, you know, some shit starts going down, you're like, oh, yeah, this is definitely going to be, like, the final one.
Yeah.
But, like... You know, I just remember when they said Kaguya was going to end soon, I was like, wait, really? It's like, what?
Yeah, because that one seems like it could just kind of, you know, go at its own pace, you know, which is why I like that it has an ending also.
Yeah, that's
also, like, once you told me they actually got together, I was like, oh my god, I'm 1,000 times more invested in this series. Because it could easily just go on forever where they never,
yeah, because it's how, like, no, it's, like, kind of like how Ranma is.
Yeah, Ranma is like that, where it's like, I mean, they had the attempt at the wedding at the end,
but
it
just didn't work out.
Yeah, you know. Rumiko stuff happened. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know.
It's Takahashi series, you know. It's going to be goofy. But they definitely... Well, I felt like it was a fine ending. It didn't, I wasn't, like, mad.
No, I wouldn't have been mad about that ending either.
I remember when I finished reading that, like, oh, man. Like, it had already been over, you know, for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
But when I finished it, I was just like, holy shit, man. That's crazy. You know, like that was like the first manga I really ever like got into. That was what got me into, you know, manga and shit like that. Like, you know, at least reading like a bunch of buying it, you know?
Yeah.
And like reading Scanlations. That was like the first series. I'm pretty sure that was the first series I read entirely. Well, I finished. That was a Scanlation only. Because the books weren't all out in English yet. So...
Let's see. Okay. She says, I don't know if I told you guys, but the bridal party entrance music is going to be Daddy Daddy Do. That's awesome.
Nice.
And then she says, based on the last chapter, they didn't need a final battle against Mikey. They needed a fucking exorcist. What? That sounds hilarious.
Yeah. So basically, the way it seems, what it was alluding to is that when you do time travel and certain things that should not happen, it looked like there was some sort of thing that was causing Mikey to go.
That's interesting.
I'm gonna go with the word insane.
To go Revengers or whatever. You know, for when we were talking about he's going Bleach, you know, and shit like that.
Yeah. When he goes Revenger,
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Because he's like, you know, he's like, I can't control it, and like that's like there's random things where you just like it's really violent,
okay.
And then it's like described as like being like this darkness that's something you can't control and it seems to be like something that came about after someone used time travel to fix Mikey.
Oh, interesting.
In the original timeline. Yeah, because in the original one, Mikey fell down the stairs. And was in a coma, like kind of like half vegetable.
Okay, yeah, I thought he was dead or something. I knew something bad happened to him, basically. Yeah. I only have a vague memory of what was in those review videos.
Yeah, and then so that's why Mikey's also. I'm guessing that's why Mikey's also extremely powerful is because of like.
This is a Madoka Magica situation, basically.
Yeah, there we go.
That's what happened. Okay, yeah. So Hamura went back in time so many times that it made Mikey the biggest, baddest revenger of them all, but he can't control it.
Yeah,
that makes sense. All right. Yeah, this is a Madoka Magica thing. That's it exactly. That's all you had to say.
Yeah, I was like trying to remember of a good thing.
Yeah, no, that's straight up. This is straight up a Madoka Magica situation. Because yeah, that was the same thing. Was like all the energy from like the time loops and everything. Yeah. That's why she turned into like the strongest witch ever.
Yeah.
Actually says I saw the same thing about Madoka Magica.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I was like, I know I've seen it before.
Yeah, no. I just had to, I just put it together like right then. I was like, oh my god, it's that. Okay. No, that makes total sense then. That's I don't mind that. That's a good,
analogy.
Yeah, plot or whatever, like tool, you know, or something.
Yeah, plot device.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because, like you said, all the energy kind of has to go somewhere or something like that. Like, there has to be consequences for stuff, I think.
Yeah, time travel without consequence, it doesn't make sense.
It only works in, like, a comedy or something,
Yeah.
you know? And even then, the consequence is the goofy situations you get into, usually.
Yeah, like with, you know, Zio. Zio's goofy, and there are still consequences for the time travel, but, like...
Yeah.
Not really.
So... But yeah, that is really funny. Hammer this one back in time too many times to save Mikey.
Yeah. Pretty much. How it goes sometimes, man.
I could get down with this crossover. I fucking love Madoka Magica.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I haven't seen any of the side stuff, though. Or, like, I never watched the movies either. I heard they were really good.
Yeah.
Didn't Ellen fucking hate that show, though, right?
Yeah, she just hated Blue Hair Girl.
Oh. That's understandable.
Yeah. Because her whole thing was to get with this dude.
No, that's very understandable. I could understand that.
Yeah, she's like, because her like whole thing was like, bro, you're 12, man. Like, you're gonna find more love later on.
I mean, when you're 12, it doesn't feel like that sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, I understand.
Because when you're a kid, like, everything is the worst thing you've ever faced. You know, because you don't have life experiences.
No, yeah, but I get, and I understand. Like, I understand from all sides of like whether.
Yeah.
Not like liking it or not liking it.
Yeah, like that's a totally viable argument for you just really don't like Sayaka. It's like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I can't stand Sayaka. I was like, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's her name.
Yeah.
Her girl's name.
I'm pretty sure that was it. I was kind of like hesitant to say it was Sayaka.
I remember because there's like a meme that was like, sorry, it's just me, glasses Sayaka. Where like she had glasses on, like a manga picture or something.
Yeah.
Because there's that, and then there's the one where she's like, that wasn't Cash Money, you. So it's the same girl, yeah.
Let me see. Oh, Idol says the Madoka Magica movies were great. I recommend it. Ash says, spoiler, I guess, the dark impulses actually are not the consequences of time travel, but the previous time leaper cursing Shinichiro for killing him, which I think is dumb. I prefer it being a side effect of time leaping too much. Oh, interesting.
I do remember someone mentioned that, because I actually didn't read that chapter yet. I had assumed that's what that was the time travel stuff, but okay, and that makes it a lot worse.
Yeah, actually, that's okay, interesting.
Well.
Yeah, it's definitely not as
that's whatever.
It's
his story, so I can't really say much.
And it's Japanese. Like, curses are a huge thing over there.
Yeah.
You got Jujutsu Kaisen. So.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Like, a curse has weight over there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have stories like that much over here anymore.
No,
you gotta find, like, fairy tales that involve curses.
Or Scooby-Doo episodes.
Yeah, that's true. Probably some episodes of Supernatural, you know?
Yeah, and Richardson.
Yeah. The forests of Richardson, Texas, you know? The vast wilderness that is Richardson, Texas.
There's no forests.
I'm never gonna forget that shit.
That's the joke, Chad. I don't know if you know this.
I think the writer was trying to avoid any side effects affecting Takamichi, but IDK.
Because he started, like, Takamichi was starting to see the future. Like, he was starting to do That's So Raven shit.
Oh, no, not That's So Raven.
The show's alright.
It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst.
Yeah. It was a, Disney Channel show.
Yeah, it was one of the better live-action ones, I guess, at the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's no Even Stevens.
No, nothing can be Even Stevens.
That one was pretty good.
Yeah, that's tough, man. You can't beat Even Stevens.
Yeah.
I know Boy Meets World aired on Disney Channel at one point, but I don't think it was originally a Disney Channel show, right?
I thought it was a Disney show. I actually don't know anymore. I thought it was.
I thought it was too, but again, like, I feel like I remember seeing it air on a different channel at one point and being like, that's weird.
Might have just... Let's go take a look. Because I actually don't remember. Oh, it was on ABC, it seems.
Okay, that makes sense.
I guess all the reruns were there.
Because it's also like...
Because, yeah, all the reruns were always on Disney Channel.
Yeah, because I was like, I remember seeing it on Disney Channel. I just don't remember if that was the original airing or if it was just a rerun.
Okay. So it was owned by Disney, but it was aired on ABC.
Oh, okay. Which is very confusing.
Well, I think back then, at this time, Disney didn't have like as much live-action-y stuff.
Yeah, they didn't.
On the normal channel, because this is from 93 to 2000 is when it aired. So... Let's see. I could see a boomer writing an article on how millennials killed curses.
I could see it too. In fact, I'm going to go write that.
Yeah, let's do it. Ash says that she loved That's a Raven.
I remember like watching it whenever it was like on and there was nothing else on, but it was like one of those ones where I was like, I really like had to have nothing else on for me to be like, yeah, I'll watch this.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't like the worst show ever.
Again, it wasn't like a show I was like went out of my way to go watch though. But I do remember like finding a few episodes being like, oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like a bad show. I wouldn't say it was bad.
I do remember, didn't it come back? Didn't it get a seat like a
Probably. Also, Corey from Corey in the House is from that. Like that's that's brother.
Yeah.
So
I forgot about that. Yeah, he was definitely not allowed to come back to that show.
Maybe there was like a sequel series. I don't know. Let's look it up. I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, when you don't know what to do, just make a sequel reboot of something that was successful. But there's no way that your average episode of That's So Raven is better than your average episode of Cousin Skeeter.
No.
That's all I have to say, first of all. I'm just going to throw that out there, chat. That's a fact. So... Let's see. Oh, interesting. This was the first multicam sitcom for the network.
Interesting.
Yeah. After the earlier success of the single camera, such as Even Stevens and Lizzie McGuire. Spinoff for Corey in the House. And there was another spinoff called Raven's Home. I don't know anything about this one, though. I'm guessing maybe she has a family and, I don't know, maybe her daughter is psychic. I'm not sure.
Possible.
Let's see. Premise. Let's see. Raven and Chelsea, both divorced single mothers, interesting, are now raising their children in an apartment together in Chicago. Their house is turned upside down when they realize that Raven's son, Booker, has inherited the same psychic abilities as the mother. Okay, that's interesting. Huh. In the 5th season, Raven and Booker temporarily relocate to Raven's hometown of San Francisco to care for Raven's father, Victor, after he suffered a mild heart attack. While Raven tries to get her father back in shape, Booker must navigate his mother's old school with the help of some new friends and his younger cousin, Alice.
All right. Sure.
Yeah, right. Ash says the shading on the skin here is...
Chef's kiss?
Chef's kiss.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Let's see, Riddle said, oh yeah, okay, yeah, he's just, yeah, actually he just said what I just said pretty much. That's really funny. Yeah, Riddle just mentioned this. There's a sequel series where her friend are single moms, the other guy was too far, with his addictions, yeah. I'll make this a print?
This?
We have a very strict policy where we
don't
do reproductions of these.
Nah, yeah. If I did doing a Bleach print though, it's not something I'm interested in doing.
Just picture of Ichigo.
Nah, I don't even want to try.
But I mean, that's what sells.
No, I feel like you'd probably be able to sell some other characters other than Ichigo.
You could, but he's like the main focus of all of the art I ever see.
Yeah, I know. That's probably why I would do something different.
So,
yeah, you probably do like a Rukia or something that probably would sell. Yeah, again, I have no clue. Right.
yeah, like, I don't know. We'd have to do some research here.
Yeah.
Like, the next 5 cons we go to, and then we'd decide. It's one of those things. It's like when we were talking about doing a Hunter x Hunter print, and we had to, like, think it over for, like, quite a while.
Yeah, and then eventually it was just
Just settled on, like, the main cast.
yeah.